Namaste and welcome to SonaliJoshi's Energize with Astrojyoti. Do you work in the food industry, food processing industry, textile industry, or anything that is related to packaging and shipping? If yes, do watch this video about astrology guidance in 2026. Otherwise also, all signs, all ascendants, watch this video to get the best way, best output in the first quarter of 2026. Whether you know your ascendant or moon sign, it doesn't matter. If you know, it is great. If not, I am going to use this video to let you know how to navigate the first quarter of this 2026 to get the best from your horoscope. We begin this year, whether you are in India, outside of India, or United States, for the sunrise in the nakshatra of Rohini. So if you are somebody who has original ideas, hold on to them, work with them, but keep one thing in mind: people are going to come and copy them. People are going to be jealous about you because you can think originally. You come up with number of ideas, you come up with different ways of doing things successfully. In your horoscope, if you know your horoscope, you have Rohini Nakshatra, do not copy anybody's idea. Because God, universe has given you an ability to do original thinking. Come up with unique solutions. You are unique in your own ways. You are born here to nourish others. There is no need to copy others or follow or do what others are doing. Come up with your own take on everything. In general, if Rohini is afflicted in the horoscope, then people try to copy others. On the other hand, if Rohini is really well placed in the horoscope, people always have their own take, their own views of doing things, and they are appreciated for that. So if you are starting a business related to food, food plantation, farming, food processing, packaging, shipping, textile, this is the time for you. Whether you are working as an employee, own a business, or want to start a business, you are in the right direction. With Rohini starting at the sunrise for the new year 2026, people will come up with various ways to nourish themselves. And that can be done in various ways. In general, people will see a lot of boom in the industries that I mentioned. So always new thought, new ideas, new ways of implementation, innovative ways will be rewarded the most. In addition, people who try to mimic it, try to pick up some things from whatever is established, getting a lot of success, and try to implement it in their own way, also get success. Always there is something that is original and there is something artificial related to that. If you have like a pure cotton, linen, then you will have artificial fabrics like polyester. This is nature's way of functioning. So if you can think originally, it is great. If you cannot, you can try to come up with something else, try to mimic the ways that are successful, but always give your own take on it so that you get rewarded. And people need variety. Just think about the day we wake up, get up in the morning until we go to bed. How many different products we use, how many different brands we use. So much variety is needed in everything. There are 4 grocery stores in a corner, each corner in a square. There are 4 cafes selling the same products. For example, even in the United States, you will find Burger King, Whataburger, McDonald's, and In-N-Out Burger right next to each other at the intersection. All of those restaurants still are busy. The fast food places are still busy because people need variety. And why? Because their mood changes. Everybody is different and the mood keeps on changing. That is what exactly moon is about. Moon is about feelings, your mood, and what you want to consume. And food industry, textile industry, fashion industry, so many industries are driven by that. And hence with year beginning in Rohini, which is the nakshatra where moon is basically, the sign is Taurus and moon is exalted in Taurus. So all these businesses are going to flourish in the year 2026. That is a great news. If you are working in food industry in any capacity, this is going to be helpful. If you are working in textile industry, fashion, clothing industry, this is going to be helpful. If you are working in packaging and shipping of things, this year will be still very useful. If you have a business of transportation, this will still work. Because remember, moon changes every day. Moon allows you to travel from one place to another. These are all the industries linked together because how we feel, how our mind changes, and what we want. Taurus is about the collections. Taurus is about the value system. Taurus is about the hoarding or the lineage that one has. What we collect. In short, I'm going to take a look at the horoscope one more time and share some more insights with you. So you will see when the year begins, planet Sun, Mars, Venus and Mercury are in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about doing things the right way. Even though people relate it to the religion, they relate it to the long distance travel, it is also about the value system. What do you value? And value in terms of monetary thing is Taurus. That is where moon is placed. Rahu, Ketu are in the sign of Aquarius and Leo. Saturn is in the sign of Pisces as it is, and Jupiter is retrograde in the sign of Gemini. So this gives a very clear picture about how the year will unfold. Typically in the first quarter, people are trying to work with their value system, collect the resources, do the research, try to create the team that is trustworthy. So there will be new hiring, there will be new products that will be launched. And what can be launched? When Rahu is in its own sign, in the nakshatra of Shatataraka, people will come up with new soft drink. People will come with new health drink. People will also come up with a product that is mainly will be a drink to be consumed so that students get best concentration, best marks and the great memory. Look at it, what problems can be solved when Mars is placed in the sign of Sagittarius. What is it trying to do? With Mercury, Sun and Venus, there will be new ways of design, studying, memorizing, and obviously you will notice when there is a thing of copying, there will be so much of automation, so much of creating information from whatever is already present. So all implementation of various AI tools will continue. For just creating pictures, you will have even 10 different AI tools. For writing, for punctuation, for grammar, or writing summary, creating presentations, you will have number of tools. This is going to continue. This is going to go to the next level. However, people will still need individual view, emotional connection, and they will value somebody who nourishes them. The product that will be created can be used by machinery, can be used from automation, or can be implemented with AI. However, the human touch will be always there wherever there are emotions. And hence, if you are working in the industry that deals with nurturing, caretaking, daycare industry, old age homes, or transportation industry where people are looking for trustworthiness, people are looking for caring, you will really do great. Hotels, motels, food related chains, restaurants, they will really do well if they bring in the extra element about individual care. In fact, you will see luxurious packages rolled out in the first quarter of the 2026 that will be targeting clients for specific needs, for individual needs. And obviously the affordability will be different depending on various things. If someone top brand introduces something, all other brands, all other outlets, they're going to create their own version of similar care. So if you are somebody working in the packaging and shipping industry, come up with reducing time, making sure the cover and the packaging is just not attractive but can be personalized as per the customer. All those services will be given higher pricing. In the month of January, you will see people are testing each other, trying out each other. They are trying to build a team. So making those choices. In the month of February, you will notice people are trying to select those who are highly efficient. And in terms of efficiency, it means who understand just by listening once. They can read between the lines. Understanding human beings will have exceptional value. You need to let go of ego for that. All the customer services role will be tested with higher pressure, demand and stress and repeated work. So if you are in the industry, that is the service industry, just make sure you have to have extra level of patience in dealing with people. But you will be rewarded for all the work that you do. As the year, the first quarter basically progresses, going into the month of March, you will see Mercury gets retrograde. So be careful about paperwork, finding the time frames, appointments. If you have exams in the time frame of February, March, make sure you have the exact timetable, you exactly know the timings and the syllabus, paper and all the preparations. Because if there is a paper of mathematics, you don't want to go there, show up there studying history. And these mistakes can happen based on your own individual horoscopes when Mercury is retrograde. Start early, go there before time, check your appointments, your timetables thoroughly and just go little slow. Attention to detail will have more value as we enter the mid of February and March. With Rahu coming into the conjunction and everything in the sign of Aquarius, you will notice people are trying to take different roles. They are reaching out to you from different cultures, different backgrounds, different fields, and you can also do the same because it is the cross-cultural connections that are going to go on a rise. Rahu is trying to make the most out of all the industries, all the social platforms, social networking. So you will notice huge amount of data postings, outcomes on a social media. There could be complaints, there could be appreciations, there could be a lot of virtual fights based on individual horoscope, individual energy one is dealing with. They are going to express themselves there, put themselves out in person or virtually. So be prepared for that. If you are working as a social media manager, if you own an advertising agency, you will see a lot of rise in number of hours, work and obviously rewards too. Again, going into end of March and early April, we have a conjunction of Saturn and Sun. That this is the time when you will see some changes, some kind of opposite currents. At the same time, creation of great products coming out, and that could be the time when you can launch your own product. You can also launch um, any care system that you are thinking about. Those of you who have moon nakshatras will come across as people who understand the system, who understand the human beings, and they are ready to value other people's emotions. On the other hand, if you have sun nakshatras, you will value individuality more, you will value the leaderships more. If you have Rahu Ketu nakshatras, you are going to stand out away from the crowd, trying to create your own tribe. You're going to challenge the current systems. You have that ability, and you can make efforts and be successful as well. People with Jupiter nakshatras, they are going to help others with their knowledge, coaching, teaching, and basically working with masses to impart the knowledge. People with Venusian nakshatras, they can do it via arts, music, entertainment, media, as well as healing industry, all the beauty and related industry as well, because people want to feel special, they want to be valued, they want to show up at a particular event in a particular way. And with this cross-cultural engagements, environments coming prominently, people will need help to get ready to be present at a particular event in a particular way. The birthday parties, celebrations with a theme, they will continue, and there will be even more cross-cultural themes coming into picture this year. So if you are in the industry like a wedding planner, you are a event manager, or deal with any kind of marketing kind of promotional events, this is a great year for you. Pay attention to learning new things which are different from your own culture, your own community, and introduce those things, and you will have a lot of success. One more thing I would suggest here, that if you decide to organize few things in a particular way, do that. If you want to move across the platform, cultural thing, make sure you come up with something original, just not the copy, because there will be multiple copies and you will be lost in the big sea. On the other hand, you introduce one element of individuality, people will appreciate it more in every field. In the health industry, you will see a big way about planning things. People will come up with planners, journals about how they work on their physique, exercise routines, or even the timetable, how many hours of exercise I did, how much hours of practice I did, how many strokes were there, whatever, depending on the sports that you play or exercise you take up. They want to analyze those things, and those systems, those products will also be launched around that time. Overall, the first quarter is going to be a great quarter, thinking about new products, thinking about new launches, thinking about new hires and bringing them in place. Team building will be most important. So if you have a business that caters to team building events, those businesses will also thrive in this environment. It is just not the New Year effect where, in the first month people are working towards their whatever the resolutions they have made at the end of the year and they want to follow. No, we just keep those aside. I'm telling about the general energy which will still continue all throughout the first quarter. Usually all the resolutions that are made, they are done within first 2 weeks. But I'm talking about the things that will stay, that will grow, and that will pave the way to the second quarter. And again, I would say individuality will be rewarded. Original ideas will be rewarded. If you are trying to make a copy of something, mimic something, at least add original flavor, some kind of your own thing, own twist to it, so that people will value it. In terms of dealing with elderly people, listen to them, agree to the things that you agree, rest, do not just fight, do not just quarrel and disturb the peace in the home. At work, if you really want to take your own stance, come up with your own idea, create the team, but make sure you are doing it with lot of efforts. Just acting like a rebel is not going to help, but actually bringing out a change will always be rewarding. With Jupiter going through the sign of Mercury, the best way to channel your energies, exercise and everything is meditation and breathing. Focus on all the exercises that help you breathe well. Do whatever is needed to carry this out. Go to a hill station, go to a place which is away from all the city pollution. Spend time there, do your exercise there whenever you can. Make sure you check your vehicles, and if there is any excessive levels of pollution happening due to that, take care of it. You will notice Jupiter in the Mercurian signs will always create lot of analysis. It will also create so much of mental overload that people feel they are feeling exhausted. There is a mental fatigue that will come, and there will also be coaches who will come up and tell you how to get over that situation. Overall, the first quarter helps you start the year on a positive note. So if you are in the industries that I mentioned, just work harder and you will be rewarded. If you want to know more about the second quarter and the last or the later part of the year, follow the other videos on the channel. If you have any questions, you can send an email to IamSonaliJoshi@gmail.com. Most of the readings are via email. If you do not have a job, as I already mentioned number of times, I will not charge you. But if you are looking for a mindset session, which is a 2-hour session based on your horoscope about the any problem that you are going through, any issue you want to work with, I do charge for that, and the details will be given in the email. Looking forward to work with all of you. Looking forward to bring out change, bring out growth, and live a happy, contented and life with fulfillment. Wishing you a very happy, healthy and year full of satisfaction in 2026. Namaste. Thank you. Shubhamastu.